This is Cameron Stewart of Batgirl and Fight Club 2, and you're listening to the Limited Addiction Podcast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Limited Addiction Podcast. My name is Frankie.
My name's Daniel, and we're here to talk about all things nerdy.
Yes.
If you're tired of him, too bad.
Yeah.
'Cause he's back.
Here he is.
Hi, guys.
It's Bernie.
That should always
I'm
be
back.
Hi, guys. I'm Bernie. Yeah. Take two. Happy day after. Happy Black Friday, guys.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
put this out on Thanksgiving for all those that don't have families.
I don't know why I laughed.
Misery. Well, happy Black Friday. Hopefully you're surviving it. Maybe we're giving you something to listen to
Yeah.
while you're in the lines.
Or while
Your
you're camping
favorite
out.
Store.
No one camps out anymore.
Well, no, yeah, all the stores will be open.
You heard
for
about the
camp
people
outs.
camping out for that Happy Van Winkle bourbon at Party
Yeah.
City?
Yeah, I did hear about
That's
that.
actually crazy.
People are crazy these days. That's for sure. Speaking of crazy, I'm diving right into this.
Go
A couple
for it.
weeks old. I've kind of wanted to bring it back out of the closet, if you will, a few times, but I'm not sure if I was ready. But Stan the Man is pushing me in that direction.
I don't know if Bernie knows what we're about to talk about. In the comics, Bernie,
So,
yeah.
all new X-Men 40.
Mm-hmm.
All New X-Men is the storyline where the original X-Men are brought into the future, which is our present. And they get stuck there. Jean Grey reads young Iceman's mind. It's like, you're gay. He's like, no, I'm not. She's like, yeah, you are. I read your mind. He's like, oh, I guess I'm gay. Blah, blah, blah. Then introduce Secret Wars. Don't get any resolution for months. Finally, a couple weeks ago, Uncanny X-Men 600 came out, which is before Secret Wars happens. And young Iceman confronts older Iceman about being gay. And it turns out this whole time Iceman has been gay. Has pretty good explanation where, he just was worried about being a mutant and just put his life at risk day after day. So it gets easier to hide who your true self is. Long story short, he's not been straight this whole time.
So should we be mad at Jean Grey for kind of like making him come out?
I mean, it's kind of jerk-like to read someone's mind like that.
But he seems happier. So,
Hey, he
but
seems
it's
gay. Happy.
So yeah, that's the big thing. Iceman
So-
all of a sudden is gay. It's been gay
Yeah.
this whole time.
which
More power to him.
I've been doing a ton of research on this. I am the X-Men affiliate, if you will, of this podcast.
Undisputed X-Men
And
expert.
I put my crown. I'm really tempted to challenge the guys over at the Danger Room, the X-Men's Comics Commentary Podcast, to an X-Men off. Well, that sounds weird, but
X-Men off.
I'm afraid. But yeah, I will hold my crown until someone takes it from me. And listeners, stop sending in trivia questions because there's no proof that I didn't just look it up.
Oh, more people sent you questions?
No, but I like to pretend.
Oh, yeah. Someone sent me a question once, and like, well,
Yeah,
this is
one
on
of
the
our early
internet.
episodes. Yeah, I think I had to figure out who it was, and it's a former affiliate of both of ours that you mentioned about hate listening.
Oh,
That's the only person I could think of that would possibly do
doubt it,
that
man.
quickly. Because that was like our second episode or something. But that's not. It doesn't matter if it was him or not. Because yeah, they emailed me a question asking me. It was a decent question. And they wanted me to answer it live. But it's like there's no proof that I don't just look it up. So it's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
We need to set up like a call-in so people can challenge me.
That's
but
the
then
only
still there's no.
True ways calling.
Even then, if they leave a voicemail, just look it up.
Oh,
But
speaking of, well, this is kind of a game we could play live. If you can think of this app I have, it's basically like 20 questions, but it's super smart. It can guess comic book characters.
Gets real life people.
You can guess real life people too, but you have to kind of program that in.
Weird.
But yeah, we could do it really fast. What's a character you want to say?
Iceman.
Iceman.
Okay.
Is your
This
character
the subject?
is your character real? No.
Yes.
Is your character from a TV series? Originally, this is where it gets weird. I mean, he's in a TV series, but I'm going to say no because it was comic.
Yep.
Does your character stand on two legs? Yes.
Sometimes.
Is your
now that
character
he's gay? Yes.
Who knows?
Oh no.
Is your character originally from a video game? No. Is your character male? Yes. Does your character have human skin? Yes.
Yeah.
At times. Does your character live in America? Yes. Is your character from a comic book?
Yes. Big
Is
one.
your character from Marvel Comics?
Yes.
Yes. Is your character mostly red? No. Is your character in the Avengers? No. He's not in the Avengers. Is your character the main character in his movie? No.
No.
Not yet.
Is your character bad? No.
Sometimes.
Has your character ever been in a movie? Yes.
Yes.
Is your character a member of the X-Men?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Does your character have claws? No. Does your character wear sunglasses? No. Does your character play card games? No.
Not Gambit.
Is your character linked with ice?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, you got it. Question 19.
Ooh, I almost got him. Next question was like, is he gay?
Iceman. Yep, he got it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Ooh, is that a bronze?
Wow,
A
achievement.
bronze is a good one. See, the trick is to find a character that's obscure, but you want him actually to guess it in the 20. Because if he goes past it,
You lose points.
you don't get the full points. I did, you want to ask a question that no one else asks in the world. I did Sebastian Shaw the other day, but it took him more than 20 questions.
That sucks.
But then he got it like on question 25, and it was a platinum award question because nobody's played it in like a year. But I didn't get the points because he didn't guess it in 20 questions. I'm like, no.
Wow.
That's weird.
But that's a fun game I've been playing.
I added one. I did gas station attendant. They didn't have that.
Gas station attendant? Because
Yeah,
it's not
like-
a proper
like a-
noun.
Well, like
They want.
cashier. They didn't have that.
I think you need a proper.
It's just so
noun.
hard to answer. I'm like, is your character male? I'm like, well, it can be.
Yeah, see, you need a proper noun.
Yeah.
You need character. You played the game wrong.
What's that called?
Well, I
Um,
did. You're
Let's
ready,
promote him.
ready for the most random one?
Which
It was
one?
The Sriracha Rooster. And it got it.
It's called
Pretty good one.
the Akinator.
Akinator. That's
It's
a terrible name.
Akinator.
Yes. It's just a fun game I've been using. It got Phoebe from Doug show. Like Phoebe,
Yeah.
I forget her last name. I was thinking, like, what's the most random character you can think of? Phoebe from Doug. It got it.
That's pretty cool.
I got the grandpa from Rugrats.
That's an easy one. Is he like the Kingfisher 9000?
Didn't ask that.
3000? I don't know what it is. But yeah, so I've done a lot of research on this. And that's why I didn't want to bring it up until now, because I wanted to make sure. There's some proof out there. A lot of it I will say is extremely stretches. Like, there's a character, Cloud, in the Defenders, which he likes. Iceman. It's female. And then you find out that first she's bisexual. And you're like, oh, well, that's cool. You know, good for you, comics.
Alien three-way.
And then you find out that she's a shapeshifter and can be a guy sometimes. And Bobby's like, whoa, I'm not into dudes.
He
And
said
then
that.
you find out, I'm paraphrasing, but yes. And then you find out that they're actually two people in one body or something weird like that.
Oh.
So I'm like, that's not really proof there. Then you get into the thing I brought up when we first talked about it, and the second time and the third. North Star, openly gay character in the X-Men, hits on Iceman several times.
Yeah.
Annie, who's like a nurse, is taking care of North Star, and even like makes a comment to him like, "Oh my God, you like him?" He's like, "Yeah, but I can tell he's not gay." Stuff like that. She tells Iceman, you know, he's like, "Whoa, I didn't know North Star was gay. Oh, what's going on with that? That's weird." And then in Uncanny X-Men 425, North Star hits on Iceman, and that is my point to where Iceman's like, "Hey, buddy, I didn't know you were gay." By this point, he started dating Annie, who told him that North Star was gay.
Yeah.
And she knows that North Star likes Iceman, so it's kind of a B move on your part, Annie. I'm saying her name right? Yeah, Annie. But that's the moment that I'm like, I don't know. That was the moment to come out, but I don't know. I'm Like, it probably sounds like I'm against them being gay. I'm not. I'm with, I'll get Stan the Man. Lee, was being interviewed, and the interviewer was like, oh, so how do you feel about Iceman being gay? Because Stan created Iceman with, Jack Kirby.
Yes.
And, I don't know why I phased on that. But, he, does your character have the number on the name?
Sorry, on the behind scenes, I'm doing another one of these Akinator's, and I picked.
He's trying to do you, yeah.
And one of your nicknames has the.
That's
so
true.
do I say yes?
I guess so. I don't know how this game works to how it could guess me. But,
Not anymore.
Anyway, so he's like, oh, so is he actually gay? And the interviewer explained it to him. She's like, oh, you didn't know? He was like, oh, I'm too old to read comics. My eyes don't work, and it's not as fun having somebody read them to you. And then he was like, oh, wow, he's gay? I never knew that. That's weird. He was like, at first seemed like he was offended, but he was like, no, I don't care. As long as they tell a good story. That's what matters. And that's how I am, If this pays off, I'm completely fine with it. If this is Bendis just wanting to throw a wrench on his way out, then I've got issues with it. Not with him being gay, but
it's what it seemed like to me. Yeah, and I'm the same way. It doesn't really matter, gay, straight.
And then the other thing, like, I haven't even touched it in Extraordinary X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they will in Uncanny X-Men once it kicks back up, or All New X-Men. But yeah, I see the younger Iceman dealing with it a lot more than the older one at this point. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still gonna say poor writing. A lot of people like this episode. I finally listened to the Marvel podcast again.
Yeah.
Just because I want to know their facts, and it was what you would expect of like, oh my god, this is amazing. But one of the hosts, Iceman's one of his top characters, but he was like, oh, that's so cool, you could tell he had that little bit in his heart where he was like, as long as they tell a good story, this is really cool. If not, you're wasting my time.
Iceman, like I think I said before, Iceman, if you had to say other than Wolverine who my favorite X-Men, I would say Iceman. Him being gay doesn't take that away. It just seems...
But yeah, I don't know. I just needed to bring that back out. Stanley helped me. So,
Stanley cannot say anything negative. He's contractually obligated to only say positive things.
That's true.
He was on board for Johnny Storm being Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, he was. Because it was a good choice. Yeah, I don't know. Assassin's Creed, you're a huge fan of them.
I am. I'm actually currently a game or two behind, but first Assassin's Creed game, played it. I had 4 days off from work. Just played it the whole time. Beat it. Loved the story. The first game, very repetitive. Second one, that's when they mastered it. Amazing story. Gameplay finally wasn't repetitive. Then they've just been kind of doing that over and over again.
Yeah.
Brotherhood. Revelations. Same game, basically.
I've played a few of them.
I like the world of it. And I've been trying to drop hints to Bernie that the special edition is for sale again. Is sold out. I have every special edition going back to Assassin's Creed.
You can't get everything for Christmas.
I know that.
Brotherhood.
I'm giving you options.
And options you will receive.
Brotherhood.
No, yeah, since Brotherhood, I got the Jack in the Box thing.
That thing's pretty cool. It
It's
scares
pretty
me.
I've got a lot of Assassin's Creed things. They're doing a movie.
What, Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, starring, what's his name? He was Steve Jobs.
Neal Adams.
No.
Ashton Kutcher.
Magneto?
Oh, Steve
Yes,
Jobs.
Magneto.
Magneto guy?
Yeah, what's his name?
Oh, younger Magneto?
Yeah, younger Magneto.
He has a weird name.
Really good actor.
Eric.
That's his name in this.
Magnus.
What's this guy's name?
I don't know.
But
But the reason I brought it up, gonna do my very best to get an article on the site that kind of explains what each game brought to the franchise. It was a pretty good read. I thought about reading through here, but it wasn't as good reading it through Mike's as you guys can on your own at franklydone.com/news.
nice. Michael Fassbender. That's his name.
Michael B. Jordan?
No, Michael Fassbender. Yeah, that game is about, it takes place in an ambiguous future, not too distant, where they have this device called the Animus, which allows you to relive your ancestors' memories. So, you go on this machine, and you go back in time, in your own mind, reliving memories, and you can find out information about what happened then, gain skills, but they're trying to find these ancient artifacts, pieces of Eden, about a proto-civilization. It goes deep. I'm not going to go super deep, like, into the lore, but it's intriguing, but it's an annualized game, and at this point, maybe they shouldn't do a game every year.
Yeah, it's an interesting read though. So, but yeah, they're fun games.
Yeah,
you take
they
them
get
serious or
repetitive.
not.
I heard that's what sometimes they do.
Oh yeah, they've been repetitive.
Yeah.
2 was perfect, then they just kept doing it again, over and again. 3 added a few things. Black Flag was actually really cool.
Yeah,
You're a pirate.
I like free world games, so
Yeah,
kind of up my alley. But
the
yeah,
the
I feel like those are dying breed though.
sandbox games.
Free roam games. Everything's becoming like online multiplayer. Like
They are
I
called
was telling you,
sandbox
like
games.
sandbox games.
Yes.
no, sandboxes where you can build stuff. Free worlds where you just destroy stuff.
No.
Come on, man.
Anyways.
Sandbox refers to there are limits. You just don't really know that they're there. You can build whatever you want within the limits.
You can't build stuff in Assassin's Creed.
Just where the term
or Grand
originated
Theft
from.
Auto.
Well, the
Just
same
destroy.
thing I'm saying, like I love Star Wars and I really want the game, but at the same time, I feel like it's just going to be boring. After
Oh
2
yeah,
weeks.
Battlefront.
Yeah,
Didn't.
this is a good time for you, I guess.
No, I'm not purchasing Battlefront. I think I said it before. For one, it's a $60 game, but they want a $50 for the season pass. They're saying that we're going to put more in the game. Like, well, that's kind of lame. I don't like this idea of season passes. If you're going to put it in there, put it in there. That's not my biggest qualm with this game. My biggest qualm is the always online or not having a dedicated solo campaign. Because I'm not big on playing online games, especially the perk-driven ones where the more you play, the better your characters are. I don't know if that's this way. Call of Duties are a lot like that. Anyone that plays games probably knows what I'm talking about. But the more you play, you get certain unlocks,
that's
better
what Halo
weapons.
kind of turned into.
I don't like that because I'm an adult. I'm not saying...
I'm an adult.
I'm not throwing that in people's faces, but I don't have the luxury of playing games all the time. So when I want to play a game, I just want to play, but I don't want to be so overpowered by these kids that can play and have all the perks that it's just not fun. I just die, and then they...
And then, what, like 10, 20 years, are they still going to have a server to play on, or is
That's
this
the other
game
thing.
going to die?
Yeah. I want a PS4 in the game just to play with Anna Kendrick.
That's what you said. How long is she going to play this game, though?
I don't know, but I believe she's getting paid to play.
Does she have a gamer tag you can find her?
Yes.
And you can find her?
I would assume. I didn't dig too far, but she posted on her Instagram.
But yeah, man,
So
she's on the game, but Star Wars Battlefront looks amazing. Graphics look great on it.
yeah,
I
figured that's why you were buying your white Xbox.
Oh, no, the white Xbox has nothing to do with the game per se.
The cool thing, I've watched someone play with Boba Fett. It looks so cool.
Yeah. I played Star Wars Battlefront 2 back for Xbox. Love that game. But
I played one of them. Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
I mean, I think me and Bernie played each other, but if there wasn't online, I didn't do it. Online
There was.
just starting out on Xbox. I believe Xbox
Yeah.
was the first system to really
'cause,
fully embrace it.
the account we were playing on, the friend whose it was, his name was like Teriyaki or Taranaki. It's his middle name. And this guy, we created this whole story where he was like a Viking and stuff online. It was pretty fun. He used to have fun online on Xbox and mess with people.
I just realized, I'll give out my gamer score. You guys can add me if you want. My gamer score or gamer tag is Jedi Frankie. You think I would love Battlefront? Like I would be all
Mine
over it.
is Plasma Fury.
Plasma
I
Fury.
haven't been on in like 2 years.
Mine is Last Troubadour.
Boom.
There you go.
Band name.
Add us, play with us. Maybe
Um,
someone will get me Xbox Live for Christmas so I can actually play again, but I don't have any new games or an Xbox One.
If you get an Xbox One, probably someone can get you a year.
Yeah, easily.
But yeah, the white Xbox thing's totally different. It doesn't have to do with the game.
All right, well, real quick, it's been a while since the Cincinnati Comic Expo, but I did get a chance to sit down, talk with Neal Adams. I think we teased it and then disappeared. There's a few interviews still out there. We're waiting for good times to use them.
Yeah.
And this one is perfect because, so for those of you who don't know, Neal Adams is a comic book artist. He's
a
done a little
legend.
bit of writing too. He's a legend.
He did a giant run with on Batman, Paul Dino. can't remember his name.
Yeah.
But also did the iconic run of Green Lantern and Green Arrow, which
has some of the most iconic covers under his belt. I've got bad experience with him. He was super cool at the Comic Expo. Jumped right into the interview. Was totally cool with it until the end. But he refused to do the tag like some of the other cool artists did. But I understand. I kind of get surprised when some of these artists and celebrities, not that artists aren't celebrities.
Danny O'Neill, that's the name.
Do jump into them because I'm like, you don't know what this is about other than comics. You assume you could be like, I hate comics. Anyways, this is the perfect time to throw him in because he has been selected to get covers honoring his work for the new 52 issues coming out. First of the year, I believe. Something like that. And one guess at who's drawing them?
Who's that?
Neal Adams.
Neal Adams.
Neal Adams is
Tribute to
drawing
himself.
covers tributing himself.
The most iconic thing, if people are trying to picture Superman versus Muhammad Ali.
Yep.
Yeah, he did the cover of that.
That's
I remember
his big
that.
one.
That's his big one.
I mean, the only person I can really think that would stack up to him comic-wise would be Perez. Perez. He's done some cool
That
ones.
is pretty crazy. You're like, I'm going to tribute to my own self.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool that, he's been in the game that long that he can do that. That's awesome.
Yeah. He's done a lot for the comic industry in general,
Yeah.
too, and made sure that the creator of Superman got credit. He's a talker. I'm actually interested to hear this interview.
It was a fun interview. It took me by surprise because I was just going to try and get a tag from him. And he was like, oh, sit down, hurry. And he just started talking. But it was fun. So, no further ado, Neal Adams.
All right, this is Daniel. I'm at the Cincinnati Comic Expo with Neal Adams.
And I'm here at the Cincinnati Comic Expo with Daniel. How are you, Daniel?
I'm doing good. How are you? How'd you enjoy your first day?
Well, our first day was really busy at the beginning of the day, and it slowed down markedly by the end of the day. So it was an interesting day on balance. I don't expect that to happen today because there's an awful lot of people out there waiting to get in. I think we're going to have a really busy day, but it was relaxing. You know, we got some business done, and then we got to relax at the end of the day, so it was a lot of fun. And I got to talk to a lot of folks, and I like to do that. Howdy, folks.
So, yeah, I'd have to imagine it's probably one of the best parts about these cons is getting out and actually being one-on-one with the fans.
For me, yes, because you get such a variety of people. You get people who are uninteresting. You get people who are interesting. You get people who are curious. There are people, you can be Neal Adams and have a bunch of people walk up to you and not know who the hell you are. And that does happen a lot, and that's part of the kick of it, is like it's really an introduction. You're saying hello to people for the first time. You're part of bringing them into the comic book fold, and it just seems like the comic book business is growing by leaps and bounds every year. This is going to be a bigger convention by 15 or 20% than it was last year. There's 100 conventions around the country every year, and there's only 52 weeks to have them in. So you have a burgeoning community, and being a geek is like commonplace nowadays. You have to be like specific kind of geek. You have to be like a superhero, a Marvel geek, or a DC geek, or an IDW geek, or there's so many different ways to go in the business now, and it seems as though the world is embracing it. It's not just America.
So, yeah, it's definitely a new world for fans of superheroes, that's for sure.
Well, not just superheroes. I mean, you have Saga isn't a superhero book. You have cartoon books. You have Adventureland. You have books for kids. You have books for women. You have books for guys, and not all the same kind of guys. Maybe you have a novel. I've got Batman Odyssey right in front of you, and yes, it's a Batman book, but it's a 325-page book, one story. Well, 10 years ago, that never would have happened. So you're seeing new things happening overnight, and the business is growing exponentially because that's what happens. I mean, I don't know if you study science at all, but once the rock starts rolling down the hill, it just speeds up. It doesn't slow down, and so the speed and the gathering momentum becomes greater and greater, and that's what's happening. I mean, there's a comic book convention that started in Red China. They have a couple of comic book conventions in Russia. They have certainly have many conventions in Australia, South America, and Europe. So there's no end to it. And people ask me, when is this going to end? No, it's not going to end. Something weird is going to happen before this baby ends.
Yeah, we're here for a while, right? Now, obviously, people at these conventions, you get a lot of commissions and stuff. Is there a character that you just love to draw? Like, if you had a chance to draw it every day, you would?
No, I like to draw whatever character I'm drawing. Whatever I'm doing, I like to do that character. But I'm a professional. That's supposed to be my standard. If I'm doing Superman, that's my favorite. If I'm doing Deadman, that's my favorite. Then tomorrow it could be something else. I'm not stuck on a character. I'm not enough of a fan to satisfy the fan obsession with folks. I'm supposed to be a little bit beyond that, so that when somebody comes up to me and talks to me and says, "Hey, I'm a great fan of your X-Men work," you're saying it because of something I imbued into that X-Men stuff that made you love that. That has nothing to do with what I did with Batman or Superman or Deadman. So my goal and what I do every morning is I wake up and I think, what am I going to work on today, and how can I make that the best thing I've ever done?
It's a good way to live. Now,
people give me money.
That never hurts, right? If our listeners want to see your stuff online, where's the best place?
NealAdams.com. NealAdams.com is the best place to go. My son runs the store that's there. You can get, you're talking to probably one of the nicest guys in the world. So go there and don't chit-chat because he's trying to do business there. But, yeah, if you want to get something, or come to the conventions I'm at.
All right, well, that was Neal Adams. Like I said, pretty interesting guy.
Interesting fellow.
Yeah, it was funny. He just literally, like, before I could get it up and going, that's why it kind of gets in pretty rough. He just starts talking. But fun stuff. He's a nice guy. My issue with him was, first time I met him, he was charging like $70 for an autograph, which, well deserved. You know, I'm not saying that artists shouldn't charge. It kind of bumps me out when they do, because, you know, you don't have a lot of money, but you don't blame them when they're, you know, a couple feet away from celebrities charging hundreds of dollars.
That's their livelihood. If they're independent contractors, they got to pay for insurance.
Yeah, and some of these guys have sat down willing to talk to and stuff, and Neal Adams turned out to be pretty cool, and she actually gets to talk to him, but that was my beef with him, because if I knew he was charging that much, I would have brought a better issue than the one I brought. But it did have Sauron in it, which is one of my favorite X-Men villains. Super lame villain, but he's a pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl head guy.
Oh, man.
He is a pterodactyl.
That's like the Toy Story 1, the toy.
Yep. But yeah, thanks, Neal. Check out the show notes for how you can follow him online. It's been a while since I've listened to the interview. You might have said it in them, too. Bad editing on my part.
Oh, well.
Anyways, Matthew McConaughey, another friend of the show.
All right.
Reaching out for Dark Tower, Stephen King. It's a comic right now coming through, I think.
Originally story or novel, and then it's been a comic for a long time. Many graphic novels.
Yeah, but he's being tapped for either the hero lead or the villain lead, which is kind of cool.
Just do both. Make them both.
That would be awesome. That's something I could see Tom Hardy doing sometime.
I'm not familiar with the story. When I worked at Amazon, I used to see it all the time.
I was kind of banking that you were.
Sorry, man.
Yeah. But,
wish I was.
He's leaned more towards the bad guy, which is the Man in Black.
Bad guys are more fun to play, if you think about it.
That would be more fun to play on screen.
Yeah, because good guys are always kind of the same, but...
Were bad guys driving Lincolns before it was cool to drive a Lincoln?
I know I was.
I know they call bullshit on their mamas.
I don't know. I feel like good guys are your typical role, so you get to change it up and play a bad guy and be creative with it.
Yeah, you can see that. It'd be fun. Still want to see him in a Marvel movie, though.
Yeah, me too.
Has he done any superhero movies?
He turned down a role, I believe, in Guardians.
Yes.
Was it? They've been kind of vetting him. They're trying to lure him in, but
he wants the right role.
Yeah. I feel like he'd be a good Aquaman. I don't know why.
Waiting for.
He's Marvel. They already got their Aquaman.
He's waiting for Kraven the Hunter.
We wanted to see it. We wanted to be Kraven.
All right, Spider-Man.
All right.
I've hunted many
today. I hunt you.
I'm coming
just looking for the next challenge. The next challenge is you, Spider-Man.
It's like on a warm summer evening.
We're less than a year away from seeing Spider-Man on screen again.
Bullshit on me.
We're less than a month away from seeing Star Wars.
I know.
Way less, because this episode will be out when it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you have tickets?
Yeah, I'm seeing it the Sunday of opening weekend.
Ooh.
Oh, we're gonna spoil it like crazy when we finally talk about it.
Oh yeah.
Spoiler warnings way ahead of time.
Yeah, a couple weeks warning.
I can't wait. Are you seeing it 3D?
No, I hate 3D movies.
But the cool thing is they're doing like 3D glasses. I'll show you a picture that you can buy, and they're special, just like Stormtrooper one.
Huh.
Yeah, we're gonna try and get some.
You can buy them now. The one they had at the concession stand was Stormtrooper. I wanted BB-8 or Kylo Ren.
I like
That's cool.
Stormtrooper. I feel like it's something I might wear on the regular, even though you don't wear
Those
3D
are
glasses.
pretty cool.
So if you, and the nice thing is you can actually take those 3D glasses home and use them on your regular 3D TV.
If you have a passive TV screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've got my X-Men Days of Future Past
That's right.
ones.
I got Superman. That's it.
I had that X-Men one for a long time, but I think I threw it away.
Yeah,
I
I
wonder
still
if
have
they-
it. I've got a set of 4 for some reason. even though-
Oh, maybe we all just gave you ours.
No, I've got 2 of just the black one, and then somebody gave me theirs. I've got 2 of the X-Men ones. But
That's right.
Yeah, because that
Yeah.
your bachelor party.
just a reminder, the weeks leading up to, which I guess would be the episode after this one, we're doing the original 3. Is that what we decided? Sticking with the original and then the new her.
Oh, yeah.
Or are we going to try the fancy way? See, we're splitting them 3 and 3, so it's kind of weird to do the fancy way.
Let's do prequels first, because then we get it'll go right into the movie. We'll do prequel first, old trilogy.
Oh, okay, so chronologically.
Yeah, we'll do
Alright, so next week, so as long as things go according to plan, we'll be doing the episode 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Following week, we'll be doing 4, 5, 6. And then after that, we'll be doing predictions. We've both gone dark, as far as I know, for Star Wars.
No, I haven't gone dark yet. I mean, I'm gonna go dark the week of. Like, I will, like, seriously go dark where I delete apps. Like, I don't want to know anything. Because, they'll premiere the movie maybe a day or two early in different parts of the country, so I don't want to hear anything. I'm already seeing too much. I saw a Stormtrooper with a sweet weapon that can block a lightsaber. I'm like, what?
Man, Friday's gonna be a long day for me
Yeah.
because I can't go on any social media, and people see it Thursday night.
If I don't have any appointments, I'm gonna just go see it in the morning. No, I won't. I'll wait for you.
Sorry. Yeah.
That is super scary. I didn't realize how much social media could affect what Star Wars is going to be.
The only person you can trust right now is Luke. He is like refusing to talk to anybody until the movie
Mark
comes
Hamill?
out. Yeah. I was reading an article today. He's like shut everyone out of his
It's
life.
because they're holding him back for a reason.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Which apparently he held on to Darth Vader being his father for like a year and a half.
Yeah, I think I talked about it before,
Like
but
him and Vader were the only two
Yeah.
that knew other than crew.
yeah,
But
James Earl Jones, Lucas, and Mark Hamill were the only ones, even when they filmed it, Bernie, because when they film it, they do the overdubs later. It said, Obi-Wan never told you he killed your father.
Mm-hmm.
That's what was
The
said on the
cast
set, on the cast, and Luke's like, no, but they didn't do the reveal that Obi-Wan never told you, I am your father.
yeah.
Such a big twist.
Such a huge twist.
spoilers. for anyone.
Sorry.
Sorry. 20 years later, 30 years at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe even more. But yeah, so if you want to be part of the conversation, send it in. You know, we got several outlets. Twitter, the Frankly Done. Email is easiest, franklydonenetwork@gmail.com. Or you can comment on our site. So that's pretty cool. And we'll set up a little thing just for those.
Yeah.
franklydone.com.
Wow.
But yeah, so just get through some stuff real quick. I don't know what time we're kind of looking at here. But Avatar, Netflix is going to pick it up to do another series. It doesn't sound like they're going to continue either Last Airbender or
Book of Korra.
Book of Korra. They're going to do something new, but
I just want them to
world.
put it on Netflix so I can watch them.
Yeah, I haven't seen them.
It's going to be on limited time though.
Because this is before the days of DVR. I tried watching the show. Oh, this seems cool. I like the first. I think they did
Yeah.
a TV movie first. I'm like, oh, I like this. But gosh,
I've seen a lot of Avatar, but yeah, I've seen pictures where I'm like, no, I never saw that. So there's like a whole book that I just never saw because I thought the series ended, so I stopped watching it.
it ended, and then they did like a prequel thing.
See,
Nah.
Maybe it was.
we were talking about like the same thing I thought with the show Samurai Jack.
Yeah,
I loved that show, and then it just like went off the air, and like I don't know what happened. I was missing stuff, and I could never catch up. That's now I want that going on Netflix. Is it on
I think
it?
it is. It
I
was
don't
at
know.
one point
Was
when
it?
they put up a bunch of Cartoon Network
I want
stuff.
that to come back. I love that show.
It was a good
Yeah.
show.
Flash. Didn't talk about. Obviously, there might have been episodes this week.
There. Gosh,
I don't know
it's
if they're taking
confusing.
breaks or
So
not.
They took
it's-
a week break.
It's
Okay,
so hard
so-
with like the holidays. I don't know what shows do.
Well, it's not even that. We're doing the time travel
Oh.
podcast thing.
Yeah.
Where we
Right.
A lot of them took breaks. Yeah, so if you're like, why didn't they talk about that news? In case you forgot, we are a week behind for this podcast. We're trying to do our best. Some of this is old news, but at least for December 8th, it might be the next one. It might be a couple later. But Flash Weather Wizard is coming back to town. It's going to break out Taskmaster,
Taskmaster. That's Marvel.
Trickster, and Taskmaster is going to be on some show soon. This I read. But Trickster and Captain Cold out of jail, and then raise some shenanigans. And we'll finally see Wally West on the small screen
I'm stoked for
December
that.
8th. So
They're doing it different with Wally West. He's not the nephew. He's looking like he's going to be the little brother.
yeah, he's the unknown son. Now I gotta get on another soapbox for this one.
Okay.
So 2 X-Men shows coming, hopefully sooner than later. Though I know they're hoping to film Hellfire, the pilot, the first of the year. But Legion, their creator, has gone on record saying he considers it the Breaking Bad of comic book shows.
Oh wow.
And
Breaking Bad.
I hope so. That'd be awesome. X-Men comic TV show that's that big. That'd be great.
Is that just gonna be Netflix? Or is it gonna be on
That's Fox.
Fox?
Or
Who owns
Is it
X Men?
Fox?
Fox owns X Men because it's on FX.
Fox owns
That's a TV show. It's gonna be on Fox.
they own the movie rights for the X-Men. Marvel still owned the TV rights, but they made a deal with that was basically like I'm gonna take that.
No, I'm good.
Man, that sounded like I was mad at you. I wasn't.
You want to take that phone call? It's on silent. They don't know.
You want to take it? Take it outside. But they struck a deal where Marvel was basically like, we're not going to put money into helping your movies, but yeah, we'll get a profit. You can make the movies. But yeah, I forget. One's on Fox, the other one's on FX. I forget which one it is now. But Legion's Professor X's son. Gonna follow him. But I feel like calling it the Breaking Bad of comic shows, you're just setting yourself up to fail.
Unless Vince Gilligan's writing it,
Yeah.
then you don't have any way to say it's like.
Yeah, unless you got the Gill Gang on it.
Is he's just writing
Better
Call Saul?
Yeah, he's
That's
doing
it?
that.
That's the only show he's writing
I
right
thought
now.
he stepped back from it.
He might have stepped back. I know.
I thought his plan was just be on the first season and then hand it over to the rest
I
of his
didn't watch
group.
that. Is that good?
It was fun. A lot of Easter
I
eggs. for
love
Breaking
Bad's like my favorite TV show. Just so
Yeah, you have the collector's edition of it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
by you have it, I mean I have
You-
it now.
Well, I love that show. I watched it
Yeah,
twice now.
that's a show you kept trying to get me to watch, and I'm like, oh, I'm busy. And
It's
I
good,
finally
yeah.
watched it. I'm like, this is the best show
I
ever.
came in late, which is weird because that guy looks so much like my dad.
He does.
And that show specifically.
If you guys want to know what Dan's dad looks like, just look
Yeah.
at Walter White.
Season 2,
Is
Walter White.
Season 2, so he has
That's
to go
when it
team.
comes on. Yeah, has the goatee.
Yeah.
Yeah, once he loses hair, it's dead on. It's creepy.
Maybe he is your
Yeah.
dad.
Just setting yourself up to fail, I know, right? For that. But hey, I hope so. I'm excited for it. Oh yeah, Xbox story. So I couldn't read my own handwriting.
So,
is
hopefully,
fun.
by the time this ever comes out, I will have the elusive white Xbox. I like this. I'm going to be very careful how I say this.
Uh-oh.
I know. We're all,
And you're going to say Juan.
I know. Just at one point I had 11 white and gold guitars. I just like the color scheme of white and gold if it can be. I've got in front of me. I've got the gold iPhone and the gold iPad. But I've been wanting a white Xbox since day one when Xbox was announced. I'm like, man, why aren't they making a white one? Well, they did, but only for developers. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll just buy the black one then. Then about a year later, they did announce a white one. Sunset Overdrive bundle. Pre-ordered it. Was gonna buy it. Like, this is awesome. Then my stupid phone breaks.
I remember that, yeah, because I was going to buy that one, and then we were just going to trade.
Yeah, my stupid phone broke. And, I had insurance, but, it was like over $200 to get the replacement. It sucked. And I didn't even break the phone doing anything stupid. It got water damage inside from me leaving it. The only thing I can figure is taking a shower. I left it in the bathroom because I'm really, you can see I got cases on my everything. But long story short, I had to cancel out pre-order. Like the white Xbox eludes my grasp again. So, I mean, I tried different Craigslist things, but I finally found the GameStop closest to me, the one right next to where Dan works. They had a white Xbox. And they're pretty rare. The white Xbox. I call them, give him a shout out, David. He's one of the managers there. Not the main manager, but he's like, listen, man, you got to get down now. I don't know how long this thing's going to be here. I'm like, oh, gosh. I had a late appointment, so I run home. I just unplug my Xbox. I didn't even erase anything yet. I'm like, tick, 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 tick. I get there, trade my Xbox, plus I had a $50 thing, but it still left me about 70 short for just a straight trade. And I didn't quite have that in my bank account. I was like $3 short, and I didn't want to just buy it and be broke for the rest of the week. So I was going to use my GameStop credit card. What's this?
It's like $1 on there.
Yeah, I'll take it. I have a GameStop credit card. Pretty big limit. I'm like, oh, $70, that's not anything. Just do that. I go to my pocket. The card's missing. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, where's that card? I live close enough to GameStop. I'm like, yo, David, let me run home. Left my Xbox there. Tore my place up trying to find this card. Can't find it anywhere. They have some policy where they can't manually put in a card. They can even get the information, call them. So it's like, I'll keep it on hold for you. No one can buy it, but we can't. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Day 2. I call the credit card company just to let them know that I've lost the card and I probably need a replacement. And I just was talking to him in general. I'm like, hey, is there any way? He's like, oh yeah, there's no reason why you can't get that. We'll just call ahead, let them know what's going on. I'm like, sweet, man, cool. He's like, yeah. He's like, okay, I talked to Joseph. Everything's lined up. You just go there. I'm like, cool. I'm like, I'm getting the white Xbox One. Again, get my Xbox. Travel all the way there. I show up and like, we can't manually type in cards. I'm like, wait, I know this, but I just talked to the dude. There was a communication error. Joseph thought they were talking about, the frequent buyer card, the Power Word card. Yeah. They were on a different page, so I have egg all over my face. Like, I knew better. And then David comes out of the back. He's like, hey man, I wasn't lying to you. I told you. I'm like, I know. It's just, I talked to him on the phone.
James said you were lying.
So day 2, no Xbox. Now tomorrow, which is Friday for me. Day 3.
It's Friday for them too.
Hopefully I will be getting this Xbox and it will match my white PlayStation 4.
Oh no, now you need the white Wii U.
I know, I have a black Wii U.
That one's the more powerful one.
It is. That's the downside of the white Wii U. It's not as powerful.
It's weird.
But yeah, it's only 8 gig and the black one's 32. So that's my story. Hopefully it will end happily, but
good luck.
It's been a couple years in the making.
Long story short, Frankie likes white things.
I do.
More than black things?
When it comes to his possessions.
I mean, when it comes to clothing and watch bands, I like black. We've had this discussion about the Apple Watch, which Bernie just nonchalantly pulled out. Yeah, Bernie got his Christmas present early.
Yeah.
Because Best Buy has a deal, $50 off this week for Apple Watches.
I would like to get the gold Apple Watch, but I want a black band, not a white band, because I don't know, I'm not big on white clothing, but I like white items. It's so weird.
It's weird, yeah.
I mean, as I tell this whole story, my microphone is white and gold. You guys can't see that.
You waited to get a mic so you could make sure you got it in white and gold.
Yeah.
So I like blue things. I want the blue Xbox One.
Yeah, that is a cool
I've got
one.
a blue mic.
And it's a terabyte. That's the other.
Is that the Halo one?
It's the race car one.
The Forza.
It's
pretty
Halo
sweet
has
looking.
one. Special Halo 5.
They have one for Halo 5. Halo Master Chief Collection also did a white bundle. I thought about getting that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was under the radar. Because the white was so popular that they've tried to do it in other systems, but at one point it was only for the Sunset Overdrive, and I missed that boat. Because as soon as I missed the boat, it instantly shot up in price, like something stupid. I'm like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
never getting this.
That's why I didn't get it.
The reason I didn't know anything about the Master Chief one because I called and like, hey, you guys doing any like promos or anything for Reserve Master Chief? Because I always like to have the collectibles.
Who'd you call?
GameStop.
Okay.
GameStop didn't
I
have
might have a
anything.
follow-up to this, but keep going.
And they didn't have anything for the Master Chief collection. So I just bought it outright.
GameStop, and I don't know since that came out a year ago, they no longer are doing bundles that don't come with physical discs. Like if it's a game that only comes with download, they won't sell that because it doesn't do them any good. They thrive on discs and people trading them. But more and more people are going digital. I've never bought a game digitally. I've got some games digitally that were free, or if they were only digital, that's how I got them. But if I have the option, it's always the same price. I'm going to get the physical, so I can either trade them or have something cool to put on my shelf. I mean, this podcast is called Limited Addiction. We collect
It's
things.
true.
Yeah.
What are we going to do when this world goes digital? Like, what do we collect?
The one thing is, what happens if the internet goes down?
That's the other thing. And it goes down kind of screwed.
Like the Twilight Zone episode where the guy like loves to read books and then the world ends and he breaks his glasses. Same thing, like you love all these games, you don't have internet, you can't play the games.
I had my world open. That's why I've took such a hard stance, because I lived in this very rural, I can't say that word, part in Indiana. It was a farm. Internet was terrible. There was no internet. In fact, I had to get satellite internet, and they had a data cap of 10 gigs. If anybody knows anything about the internet, you can go through 10 gigs in like less than a day. You watch Netflix for a couple hours, you're screwed.
That's not true. I watch Netflix on my phone all the time. Yeah, face.
I'm just saying, for instance, you definitely can't be downloading games.
Joking.
Yeah,
Oh.
like you download like one game.
I'm not
it's a
joking,
gig.
but yeah.
Actually, I don't want to keep going off different tangents, but I saw a commercial for T-Mobile that they have a binge plan now that things like Hulu and Netflix no longer will take away from your data cap.
Yeah, a couple of them are.
That's pretty baller. But anyways, that's why I've been against this whole always online thing. So a game like Battlefront just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Like, I don't like the
Oh, full circle.
full circle.
Nice.
And think about too, like Australia, notorious for having terrible internet. But think of you're a soldier right now, and you're in Afghanistan, Iraq, one of these kind of isolated places, and you have some downtime, and they have an Xbox. I mean, they don't have great internet. They can't even really do anything. That sucks for them. That's a big argument. For
The company I work for is having a contest, and if you win it, you get $1,000 to Best Buy to buy your store a gaming console and a TV for the break room. And I was like, number one, so we're encouraging people not to come back from break now. Two, in my store at least, I've got a smaller store than what they're used
yeah, I
to.
was trying to think, where would you put that?
So like that thing would get stolen day one,
Mm-hmm.
unless I locked it like in my office until you had to like sign out to play it. But yeah, I was like, sounds like I'm getting $1,000 gift card to Best Buy. And even my staff was like, why wouldn't you just take that home? I'm like, if you guys are cool with it. But yeah, anything else from anybody?
I tried to sell my Thunderbolt set to the comic book store today.
Oh yeah.
I figured it was good timing. I mean, by the time this comes out, Jessica Jones will be far out.
Long arm.
But the it's the San Diego Comic-Con 2013 Thunderbolts Marvel Legends set. Sealed, never been opened. Actually own two. Bernie is the one who bought both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I paid for our plane tickets, so he just gave me his as payment for the plane tickets.
Nice.
And I'm like, cool. So I always had to plan, either I was going to open one and then leave one in package, but I'm like, I'm just going to open. The package is the cool package where even if I take the toys out, I can put them back in the package.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
It's a cool one.
I might as well just sell this sealed one. And right now they're going for $300 plus.
Nice.
So I figured $180, $200 is a fair price to ask. But he wasn't there
It's a
today.
huge box.
Yeah.
It is a giant
so,
box.
if you're interested in it, chance Frankie might still have it.
Maybe
200,
200,
50,
250.
250. He'll even autograph it for you.
Don't
Let us know.
If I autograph it, it'll go down.
Frankly.network at
Don't make me
gmail.com.
autograph it.
You might want to lose. You never know.
But my goal is if I can sell that, I won't have to pay for comics for the rest of the year.
Alright, I just sold a bunch of my Marvel Universe some set. That was the weird thing. Only buying 2 comics ever since I dropped so many comics. Buying 2 comics, I was like, what do you mean my total's only $10?
What are you talking about?
What? Like, no, you did math wrong there. Yeah, cool. Anything else?
I think that's about it. It's a weirder one because we're
Alright.
doing it in the
Yeah.
past. But
We
I
got
hope everyone had a good
Marvel
Thanksgiving.
trivia.
Yeah.
I hope everyone enjoyed
Yeah.
Jessica Jones. We'll talk about it when we come
Yeah,
back.
next week we'll be on Jessica Jones. Hopefully you don't die. Black Friday. Take it easy. Yeah, it's not worth it.
Be safe, though, with all this weird ISIS stuff going on.
Yeah.
Black Friday could be a target.
That's a good point. I should go off.
Target could be a target.
Yeah. That's not funny, but it is funny.
Alright, so doing a Marvel trivia.
No, Bernie gets to be the
Bernie, you
mediator.
get, to,
Oh.
you get to decide which card's Frankie's and which
You got to
card's
read them
mine.
out.
This one's yours.
Alright.
Daniel,
Last-
you're going to go first.
Last left 36 to 33.
Who's up?
I can go first. Doesn't matter.
Who's up? in
Oh,
the score?
Frankie.
Frankie's up 36 to 33.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Daniel, you're going first.
Alright.
You ready?
Yes.
True or false? Seeking revenge on Bruce Banner, the Abomination secretly poisoned Betty Ross with his radioactive blood.
Not 100% it was the Abomination, but I'll say true.
You are correct.
Yes.
Yeah, he turns into the Red She-Hulk.
Yep.
There's another question. Do you want to answer the other one? Oh, there's two
We-
on one
No,
card.
we go back and forth.
Yeah, we usually go back and forth.
Okay, now Frankie.
Okay.
Your one?
Suspension build.
Ooh.
Dang it.
It says steel.
Oh, give him another one.
You can read that one. If you want.
Yeah, we always skip these.
Frankie would get this one. What is the name of Hulk Alley's? So this one doesn't count?
We don't play the game like it's supposed to. Like, there's
Okay.
these steel cards.
Okay, whatever. This is the question is, what is the name of the Hulk's allies when he launches his attack on Earth during World War Hulk?
Agents of Smash.
Is it? Do I give him the 3 choices?
Yeah, you always do the 3.
War Torn, War Kings, Warbound.
Warbound.
It'd be fun when
Knew
we
you'd
come
do that
across
one.
steals. You know, if our listeners actually talk to us,
Yeah.
just put the steals out for them.
Yeah.
Be like first person to respond gets
Boom.
prize.
But if it's not a live recording, so we have to wait.
Yeah, so whoever listens downloads it first.
Yeah.
And boom.
I mean, they should be downloading this as soon as it posts.
Yeah.
Mine instantly downloads up subscribe, so.
Mine too.
Nice. You guys ready?
Mhm.
Frankie?
Yep.
For 400... No, here's your question. New Mexico teen Sam Alexander became the second hero with the name Star-Lord.
What?
Is it true or false? New Mexico teen Sam...
It's false. It's Nova.
Yep.
That's my question right
He
there.
likes Nova. Okay. Back to Daniel. His question.
Okay. It's going to be an A, B, or C. What is the name of the...
You know, he just pauses so much. There's so much tension.
What is the name of the malefic force that occasionally possesses the Sentry? Oh, I know this one.
Dang, we got our cards mixed up.
Multiple choice.
The Darkness, A. The Void, B. The Omega, C.
I know this one.
Shot in the dark, going with B.
You're right.
All right.
Yep, the Void.
I knew that one.
Of course,
I know-
you're related to me, and
I
I
know.
like the Century. The Golden God. He's not the God, but...
Frankie, you got another true or false.
Dang it.
It might be in the new Super Squadron or whatever it's called.
Century might be?
I don't know. It might not be Century. I saw the
Hyperion
cover.
is the...
That's who I'm
Yeah.
thinking of.
Here we go. Power Man was a member of Captain America's side in the battle over superhuman registration. True or false?
That's true. Stalemate.
All right.
Gotta do a tiebreaker then.
No, we just to keep going for show to show.
Aw. Can I do one?
If you want.
You should have made him do the steal. Pull up
I'm
the
not
steal.
gonna do good
I
on
did.
this.
Okay,
That
yeah.
was awesome.
Go for it.
What villain shot Captain America from a sniper's position as the captain was leaving a federal courthouse after the events of Civil War? Is it A? I shouldn't have given you the choices. Makes it too easy.
Yeah.
A. Bullseye. B. Crossbones. C. Deathlock. They spelled Deathlock
I gave you
wrong.
a total hint earlier and you missed it.
Is it A, Bullseye?
Nope.
Crossbones?
B. Crossbones.
Yeah, didn't you see me do this?
I did that, but
They spelled Deathlock wrong.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I knew it
Are
was
they
a...
With
But
an
so
H.
it was
Huh.
Crossbones? Was
No,
what
it
it
has
killed
an H.
Captain? Huh. Well, the reason I said...
I thought it was Sharon Carter, but under some influence. It's been a while. I didn't actually read the...
I didn't know I actually did it. I know he died.
Yeah.
Find out in the movie, I guess.
The movie's going to be totally... Crossbones is in the movie.
So, is Captain America gonna die in the movie, you think?
we don't know. We haven't
He's-
done our speculations yet.
He's gonna die in Infinity War.
It's either he dies in Civil War and then they come back for Infinity War. We're not going to spend time speculating now. We will closer to the movie or maybe more bored. But anyways, thank you guys for listening to this episode. I've been Frankie.
I'm in Daniel.
And I'm Bernie. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you like Bernie, let us know.
Yeah.
FranklyDoneNetwork@gmail.com.
And if you hate him, let us know.
At FranklyDoneNetwork@gmail.com.
All right. Bye, guys.
But